I have so much respect for you for, you know, owning the fact that, hey, you have this disability, but it's not stopping you. You know what I mean? I mean, look at you. You're hosting a podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Infinite Abilities Podcast. I am your host, Nick Yerhart, and we are here to encourage each other to find our own unique abilities. Let's go. All right, everyone. Today is going to be an awesome episode. I have Ray here, and man, this guy is awesome. I can't wait for you guys to learn from him. So, Ray, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. Hey, Nick, it's great to be on the Nick Yerhart pod, man. I've been trying to get on this thing for months. It's like fully booked up every time every time I try to book an episode, they're like, "No, dude, no time for you yet." But anyway, well, listen, my name is Ray Doustdar, and among other things, I am the author of a new book called Deep Shallow Dive into You. And the book, Deep Shallow Dive into You, is based on my podcast, which is not nearly as cool as your podcast or as good as your podcast, but it's called Deep Shallow Dive. And, really for me, this whole thing started, as crazy as it sounds, it literally started the day COVID started back in March 13th, 2020. And that was the day where, you probably will remember, I don't remember if it was the president or if it was maybe Fauci or somebody, where they kind of said, hey, try not to leave your house and stay inside. And, something for me that day, I just thought it was strange. And again, this is not about politics or not about anything. I just kind of woke up that day. I felt like, wow, this is interesting. I've never experienced this in the United States. And so from that day on, I just started paying attention. I started listening to the news. I started Googling things more. And then obviously we got through the whole COVID stuff and all that. And again, things were just off for me. And again, when I say off, all I want people to understand is I just had questions. That's it. I just had questions and I wanted to understand, well, if I'm being told this, well, what's the rationale behind it? And so, I started posting some fun stuff on social media, primarily Instagram and Facebook, started doing some posts. The posts led to stories, and then people were having so much fun with it. And again, it was all in good fun, but it had an intention. You know what I mean? Like I wanted people to question or think about the fact that if you go to a restaurant and you sit down, you can take your mask off. But the second you stand up, you have to put your mask on. Like, does COVID know? Does COVID know you're standing up? So things like that just didn't make sense. And that led to the creation of Deep Shallow Dive as a podcast. And so for me, it's kind of all about that, taking a deep, shallow dive. So you dive in, you start to go real deep, but you stay shallow so you don't get crazy confused about things. And you basically just try to figure things out, figure things out for yourself. So that's been the past maybe 9 months. And then from there, I really realized that, I've always wanted to write a book, and that inquisitive nature of mine kind of said, I need to start questioning things about my own life, my business relationships, my personal relationships, my relationship with myself, my fitness and all that. And that led to basically this book called Deep Shallow Dive into You. And it's all about having a more authentic relationship with yourself. That's it.
I love that.
A more authentic relationship with yourself. So anyway, man, I appreciate you making the time for me to kind of, share my journey with people.
Oh yeah, of course. And, I love what you're about, and having a good relationship with yourself is like the start of everything. I can tell you that from experience. Me, 3 years ago, I did not have a good relationship with myself at all. I was depressed. I was suicidal. I did not like myself. I
Wow.
did not like that I had a disability. I
Yeah.
definitely did not love myself at all. And, one day I woke up and I was like, okay, either I need to change or there's only one outcome that's going to happen. And I got up that day and somehow I came across a podcast called the Mindset Mentor by
Hmm.
Rob Dial.
Hmm.
And I'm sitting there mowing my lawn that day and listening to the podcast, and I was like, holy crap, this is talking to me right now.
That's awesome.
This is like, he just started going into mindset and loving yourself, accepting yourself, how you talk to yourself in your head, what you
Hmm.
think about, just everything. I was just like, oh, wow, this is what I need. So, literally, like that whole day and the next, I still listen to that podcast. So, but for a while, it was basically all day, every day. I was listening to the podcast, no matter like what I was doing, if I was driving or whatever. And I slowly started to accept myself, accept my disability. I
Yeah.
have cerebral palsy. I have a lot of challenges. There's things that I don't do like everybody else.
Yeah.
But instead of saying I can't do something, I say how can I? Because I basically like leave the door open for possibilities. So
Yeah.
then I
Yeah.
start to think like, okay, how can I get this done? And sometimes that is asking somebody for help, and that's okay, But at least I figure out how to get it done, you know.
Absolutely, dude. Listen, let me tell you something, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I mean,
Mhm.
I have so much respect for you for, you know, owning the fact that, hey, you have this disability, but it's not stopping you. You know what I mean? I mean, look at you. You're hosting a podcast. You know, you're bringing guests on. You're making me wait a month to get on your damn podcast. No, but seriously, man, I'm telling you, when from the first time we met, and by the way, that
Mhm.
first call, I didn't know you had a disability. So when the camera came on and you started talking, I was like, oh, I think he has a disability.
Yep.
Honestly, it just made me more interested in you, because the fact that you've got this disability, but you're not letting it stop you.
Mhm.
This is you actually are the type of person people need to hear more from, because you are, you're playing the cards that are in your hand, brother. And I really
Exactly.
respect that, man. I really do. I really applaud you for I'm glad you listened to that podcast. I'm glad it
Mhm.
kind of got you out of that place that you're
Mhm.
in, because quite frankly, many of us would be like, man, I don't know if I could handle it the way you do. I really don't, man.
Mhm.
Honestly, I'm not gonna
Mhm.
lie. Like if I have a bad hair day, I'm like miserable. And so like,
Hey, me too.
no, but seriously, man, I really respect you, Nick. I really do. I
Thank you.
respect you.
Thank you.
And it's honestly an honor to come on here, because you're the inspiration, man. You really are. You're the type of person that I wish America would pay more attention, or the world actually pay more attention to guys like you that are not
Mhm.
letting anything stop them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're really not. So I'm really glad you listened to that podcast. How many podcasts have you done now?
So you are number 41,
That's amazing, man. That's
and
amazing.
5 weeks ago I was at number 6.
Wow. You're cranking them out. Do you enjoy
Oh
it? Do
yeah,
you love it? Do you love the
I
process?
I absolutely love this. This is the best thing that I've done
That's great,
because
dude.
like I do it. I get to meet incredible people like you and
Yeah.
just talk.
Yeah.
That's why I like the structure I have, because I don't have a list of questions. We can just jump on, have a conversation. None of us know where it's gonna go,
Yeah.
and that's what I like. because we don't know, and it just our conversation takes us wherever, and I feel like that's how to create a great episode, because it's more of a story that way.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let me talk about this, because again, I think this
Yeah.
plays along with what we've been talking about. So one thing that kind of I talk about in this book, Deep Shallow Dive into You, and one thing that I really
Mm-hmm.
like over the past couple of years have really started to believe in is I found these like pillars, these pillars that keep resonating with me, and I'll go through them because honestly, I think you literally
Awesome.
have all of them. The first one is self-awareness. You know, being
Mm-hmm.
being self-aware of what you are. And again, you're a testament to that. You know, like I love the fact that you come out and say, "Hey, I've got this disability. It is what it is,
Yep.
and I'm aware of it. And okay, you know, whatever. Let's move on." Boom. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
That feeds into the second pillar, which is resilience. And
Mm-hmm.
God damn, you are resilient, man. You are absolutely resilient. Because I'm telling you, not everybody, myself included, I don't know if I could do it. I really don't. But
Mm-hmm.
you're doing it, and you're being
Mm-hmm.
resilient, and you're moving on. That
Yep.
leads to authenticity. Authenticity is the third pillar that I really believe in. And you're about as authentic as they get. I try to be authentic. I really do. Like I believe, I find myself these days gravitating towards authentic people, and people that are not
Yep.
authentic, I don't even want to have those conversations anymore. You know, I really
I don't
don't.
waste my time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. And then the fourth
Yep.
pillar is the pillar of empathy, you know, really trying to like put yourself in the other person's shoes and understand their perspective. And you know, that's one that, you know, maybe you don't need to have that one as much as the rest of us do, but like we need that pillar. We need that. Like people
Yeah.
need that pillar, you know, quite a bit. And you know, even you need that pillar because
Well,
even
yeah, because
go ahead.
I am a coach, so you definitely need empathy when
Oh,
you're a
that's right.
coach.
That's right. That's right.
You
That's
know.
right. That's right. Absolutely.
Yep.
So with your coaching, are you
Mm-hmm.
coaching other people with disabilities, or their maybe even their parents, maybe even their support network to help them understand maybe how to better deal with people with disabilities? Who exactly do you coach?
Yeah. So I mean, me, what I would love to do is coach parents who have children with disabilities. That's what I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
Um, but I want to do that like when I can charge less. I don't, because I know how it is when you have a child with a disability. You've got hospital bills, prescriptions, all that,
Yeah.
and it gets tight. So right now I'm focused on business coaching. Um, so I'm focused on doing that right now because, well, I love doing, and I can really help people with their businesses. But actually, I have had two clients, which one I still have, who have autism.
Mm.
So that's been really great. I've really helped them, and I learned so much about autism that I didn't know. So that's
Wow.
been
That's
really,
amazing.
really awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, autism has gotten so prevalent everywhere. So that
Yep.
that
Mm-hmm.
what have you learned? Like, what have been the big learnings when it comes to autism? Is it something
Yeah.
kids are born with?
Um. For the most part, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, but usually you don't get diagnosed until later on, especially if you have, like I can't remember if it's like a high spectrum or low spectrum. I can't remember what those
Mm,
mean, but basically, if you're, you know, really functionable or whatever you want to call it, you're on one end of the scale. So usually
that's
you
right.
get diagnosed later in life, but like for me, it's like learning how to communicate with people with autism. Like most of the time, they don't like making eye contact. It makes them uncomfortable. So that's like one thing that I learned. It's like when I'm on a call, my client doesn't have to look at me. And, my one client I got now, they were like, we're talking. Why do I have to look at you? I was like, okay, good point.
Yeah.
But
Hey, that's a good point, actually. That's a good
yeah.
point.
And, the sense of humor that my clients have had has been great. I also have a great sense of humor. So a lot of times our calls were joking around a lot. So it's just a good time. And, it's just, helping them guide through life.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I do. Get over the struggles that they're facing. Help them figure out their goals. Because, like, a lot of people don't have life goals.
Yeah.
It's like everybody needs that. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you have goals. So then you have a purpose to wake up every morning and strive towards something. I don't care what that is. Just have a purpose. Because until I had a purpose in life,
Yeah.
I was very, very unhappy.
Yeah.
And now that I have a purpose, I'm happy,
That's awesome. What is your purpose?
So, yeah.
What is your purpose?
My purpose is, I think I was put here with my disability to help others, inspire people, and just be that kind of guiding light to show people, hey, if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that sounds kind of cocky or arrogant or whatever, but I hear people tell me that all the time. They're like, hey, if Nick can do it, I can do it, and it's kind of truthful. Like, my hands don't work very good. I don't walk very good.
Yeah.
And I'm out here every day grinding. I use 3 to 4 times the energy of the average person just to walk across the room.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And do that every day. I get up at 3:30 a.m. and I hustle all day long until about 8 o'clock at night.
You get up at 3:30 a.m. What the hell? Do you have
Yes,
a
I
radio?
do.
Do you have a radio show or something? What the hell are you doing getting up that early?
I'm a morning person. I open up my calendar for calls with either clients or potential clients at 6 a.m.
That's
And every
amazing.
morning, I have my morning routine that I have to do.
That's
It's like a
amazing.
non-negotiable. I have to do that routine, and if I don't, my day is not the same.
That's amazing. What's the routine?
So get up. First thing I do is drink a whole glass of water.
Okay.
So that's number one. Just get up and drink water.
Room temperature water or cold
Exactly.
water? Room temperature. Okay. Okay.
Room temp. It's on my nightstand, ready to go every morning.
Okay. Okay. So you literally wake up and you drink a glass of water. I've heard people do that, actually.
Yeah.
I've heard people
Because
do that.
when you sleep, I don't know this numbers, but you lose a lot of water in your
I've heard
brain when you sleep. Yeah, so you basically wake up dehydrated every morning. So by giving your body that water it needs, it gets your brain going, gets your body going. It helps you wake up. So then after that, I go out to the living room and I exercise. So I don't do anything vigorous. I do like a 7-minute workout, and that's it. And then after that, hop in the cold shower. And people don't like to hear that, but a cold shower really wakes you up. And what I like about it the most is it's hard to get in that cold shower.
Oh,
So
yeah.
by doing that hard thing right away in the morning,
Yeah.
every other hard task that you have to get done that day becomes a whole lot easier because you already did that one hard thing.
Tell me
yeah,
about the workout. Tell me about the workout again. So you do like a
yeah,
7-minute workout. Are you working kind
yeah.
of like, are you using weights? Are you using resistance bands? What are you using? Body weight?
No, sometimes I do use my ab roller.
Okay.
You know, you hold on to it and you stretch out. I don't know how to explain it, but
Yeah.
sometimes I do that. But mostly it's just body workout. I have an app that tells you what to do. You know,
Very cool.
basically sit ups, push ups, planking, jumping jacks, which I kind of do my own version of those,
Mm.
and you know, things like that. It's just, you know, core strength workouts.
That's amazing. So
So,
basically, you'll get up, you'll have your water, you'll do your
mm-hmm.
workout, and then you go right
Yeah.
into a cold shower.
Yep.
Dude, you're crazy, man. Oh my God. So like at this point, it's like 4:30 in the morning. Something like
Uh,
that.
nah, that would be like 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So you're
Get
taking
up,
a
work
cold.
out.
That's amazing. And it's still dark out, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, you gotta beat the sun up every day.
Dude, the early bird, the early Nick gets the worm. Okay.
There you
So
go.
so you okay, you're showered up. What do you do
Yep.
now? What's next? I love this.
I get dressed. You know, you gotta do your hair,
There you
all
go.
that fun
Gotta
stuff.
do the hair, bro. Trust
Yep.
me, I'm that man. I've been thinking
And
about
then
shaving my head just to save myself 30 minutes a day.
30 minutes.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Come on, I do this in like 3.
kidding. All right, so you get yourself all dolled up. So like
Yep.
you get dressed, you do your hair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we're at like 4:30 in the morning, right?
Yep. I come out. I sit right here where I'm at now.
Yep.
I've got my phone right here on my little phone holder,
Nice, nice.
and I have my affirmations that I read every
Oh,
morning.
really?
Yep. It's about a paragraph that
Wow.
I read. You know, like things like, you know, I'm successful. I love myself. This one's hard to talk about, but you know, losing my dad is a gift, and my dad will always be my hero.
I love that, man.
And I say that because I would not be on the journey I'm on if I wouldn't have lost my dad. So I like to look at the positive in every situation, and that's still an unfortunate situation that hurts,
Yeah.
but I know that I would not be where I'm at today if that were to happen. So, you know, I just read stuff like that. You know, I got my goals in there. You know, I'm going to help 1 billion people in my lifetime. I'll have a net worth of $10 million by 2030. You know, things like that. You got to have the big
I love
goals.
it, dude. I love
And,
it.
you know, I want to move to Florida. So I got that on there. And then, you know, you got there's a couple of cars that I really want, so
Okay,
those are on
okay.
there.
What do you
You know,
want? Let's hear about it. Let's hear what kind of whips you want.
So the first one is a Dodge Durango SRT.
Okay. Okay.
That's the first one that I want, and then eventually I want a uh, Range Rover.
Range Rover. Okay.
So,
Okay, those are
and
two.
there's more, but I'm a car guy, so I just like to stick to a couple.
I love it. I love it. So these affirmations, you came up with these affirmations. These are your affirmations. And you
Exactly.
and you read these things 7 days a week. You read them every day. Or is it like Monday through Friday?
Every morning.
Even Saturday, even on the weekends?
Oh yeah. I don't take the days off.
Dude, Nick, you're a legend, bro. You are a legend.
I will say, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I get up at 4:25.
Oh my God, you're such a slacker.
So I sleep in a little bit.
You sleep in. Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. I love it. All right. So now we're getting to right around maybe 4:45, 5 a.m., something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
4:30ish,
Okay. All
about
right.
an hour into my day.
Okay.
Then I journal.
You journal.
Yep, I journal.
Dude.
And this is like, things I'm grateful for, why I'm grateful for them, how am I going to make today great? So I write down some tasks that I want to do to make the day great. And then I actually basically journal some more affirmations that I have.
It's
I got
awesome,
more of
dude.
them. So just to kind of, and you have to write down your goals every day. So my goals are in there, everything's in there. And that takes me, I would say, about 10 minutes
Okay.
to do that.
Are you typing these or are you handwriting
I
them? How are you doing
I
it?
do it. I do it on my phone.
You do it on your
Yep.
phone. Okay, got it, got it,
Yep.
got it. Like
Yep.
like iPhone notes. Do you have an iPhone?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I actually use a journaling app
Okay, got
because
it.
it tracks everything and it reminds you. So it knows when I usually go on there. So it's like, hey, reminder. If I'm running late, so that's kind of nice.
That's very cool. That's very cool. Is
Yep.
it the Apple Journal app, the native app,
No,
or it's a third party app? Okay. That's
it's a
cool,
third party
dude.
app.
God, man,
Yeah.
that is impressive, Nick. Seriously,
Mm-hmm.
the dedication you have to not only the affirmations, which is great, but
Mm-hmm.
to journal. That's because that takes work, man. You're putting in the
Oh yeah.
work. Wow.
Yep.
Okay. All right. What's next? This is fantastic.
So I basically have two more things. So I meditate for 5 to 10 minutes,
Jeez.
and I prefer guided meditation.
Okay.
I'm one of those people where my brain's constantly going
Yeah.
and thinking. So guided helps me. If I sit in silence, I'm just thinking about what I have to do that day, so I
Yeah.
don't really get anything accomplished.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I do that, and then I train on Cardone University after that.
Okay. What is that? What is
So
Cardone University?
So Cardone University is the number one sales training platform in the world.
Hmm.
So, Grant Cardone,
Oh, that's Grant
he's
Cardone's thing. Okay, got
yep,
it. Yep. Yep.
yep.
I know who that is.
So, he's like the number one sales guy, and he goes over mindset, uh, how to build a business, basically everything you need to know. Sales, closing, negotiating, follow up, just everything is all in there. So I do that for anywhere from 10 minutes to a half hour every morning.
That's awesome, man. Wow.
And then that's when I start my day, and that would be, I get done with that at about 5:15.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
So from 3:30 to 5:15 is my morning routine.
That's amazing. Do you drink coffee?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Good. Good.
I
Good.
love coffee.
All right. I was gonna say,
But
if
it's
you don't drink
hard
coffee,
because
Nick, I'm gonna have to end this interview right now.
I do. It's organic, but it's coffee.
I love it, man. I love it. Wow,
Yeah.
that's impressive, dude. That is impressive. Seriously, the
Thank you.
dedication and the commitment, the work ethic. That is work ethic. That is something everybody could learn from. Absolutely. Well done, dude. Well done.
I committed 1 year to go as hard as I can on my business.
Yeah.
Because I just want to see where I can go in a year.
That's
So
awesome.
I'm just going every day.
I love it, dude. I love it. Well, listen, a year's not even a long time. I mean, like depending on first of all, I think you're already a success, but I understand you've got to become a success at the metrics that make sense to you, and I totally respect that. But I will tell you this. and again, dude, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Oh my God. For somebody that is also like, I pride myself on my work ethic, and now listening to your work ethic, I'm going to up my work ethic game, dude. Seriously, you've motivated me.
That's what I'm here
You've
for.
really motivated me. You genuinely have, because I can't say I'm pretty regimented, but I can't say I'm as regimented as you with these certain things on a daily basis. But I really need to. I want to, actually. Not that I need to. I want to. So this has been very motivating for me to hear your routine. Incredibly impressive, dude. Incredibly impressive.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right,
And
what else?
there was one more thing that
Yeah.
I used to do in my routine, and that was I used to read for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
But now I listen to audiobooks all the time.
Oh,
So
nice.
I usually finish 2 to 3 books a week. So
That's
I figured that kind of counts as my morning reading.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Listening to the audiobooks, that's good. Let me ask you, like, with your disability, is it difficult to read? Do you have problems reading? No, reading's easy.
No,
Okay.
I read great. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm with you though, man. I prefer the audiobooks. I'm actually recording mine as an audiobook so I could get that out there, because I've had a lot of friends who are like, dude, I want to read your book. The problem is I hate reading. I'm like, okay, I got you. I got you. I got an audiobook coming.
There you go. Awesome. There you
That's
go.
Awesome, dude.
So yeah, tell us more about what you do. Because I think we're all,
Absolutely. So, my main business is a liquid vitamin business. So about a decade ago, about 10 years ago, I created almost out of necessity, because I hated swallowing pill form vitamins. So one random day I was like, you know what? God, I hate swallowing these pills. They made me nauseous. And then also I got a couple stuck in my throat. So that day, for whatever reason, I decided to kind of take my pills, crush them on my counter, dissolve it in a glass of water, and drink it, because I thought, okay, maybe if it's liquid, I don't know, it'll be easier for my body to digest, and it'll be easier for me, obviously, to take. So I did that. It didn't taste very good, but I didn't get nauseous. So that 20 minutes of nausea that normally came roughly 20 minutes after I would take the vitamins didn't happen. So I did that process for a week, felt amazing. Not only did I not get nauseous, but I felt really good. I really did. I felt really good. And so I started looking for a liquid vitamin that kind of was going to meet that need. And honestly, I couldn't find one on the market. And so, I mean, you know this probably better than anybody. The first rule in creating a business is there a need? Is there a need for that product?
Exactly.
And so I realized there is a need. And so I ended up creating a brand called Boost. It's spelled like the word juiced with a B. So Buiced. So I created Boost, launched it in 2013, and yeah, it's been around 10 years now. So it's a daily liquid multivitamin where you take a capful every day, and it delivers 100% daily value of vitamins A through K, along with a really nice blend of minerals. So you get all the vitamins that your body needs in the most bioavailable form, being liquid. So it basically bypasses digestion, goes all the way through your digestive process, and it gets into your bloodstream and gets down to your cells. So the vitamins could actually do their job. So that is definitely my number one passion. But then number two is really trying to, make a go at this podcast space, kind of like what you're doing. And, I've got the book. I've got some more books that I've written coming out. So this deep, shallow dive concept, I'm really passionate about trying to get this out there, and really just trying to get people to think and be authentic with themselves. That's really what I'm all about. The other big part of my life is health and fitness. I really do believe in being, I call it your primary care protector. So you're your own primary care protector. So Get out. Even you're doing your 7-minute routine in the mornings. That's fantastic. You're doing that for yourself. You're
Yep.
taking care of your body in the way that you need to. So I try to do that. I try to get a lot of steps in every day. I try to get my workouts in, all that. But I'm really into the health and wellness space and trying to get people to realize health is something that you cannot take it for granted. And it doesn't start from when you go to the doctor's office. You need to be active with your health on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
yeah, man, that's kind of what I'm all about. And, I'm trying to just get people to just wake up a little bit and stop sleepwalking through life. Stop sleepwalking through life.
Exactly. I love what you're doing. Everything
Well, I
you're doing.
appreciate it, man.
It all lines up with everything I believe in. So that's incredible.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I started taking care of my health and wellness, a couple of years ago, and man, the difference. Well,
Absolutely.
Just drinking good water, drinking enough water, eating good food. Eat food that's good for you.
Absolutely.
You feel so much better. It's incredible.
Yeah.
How much better you feel just by eating what you should.
Getting sleep. Getting enough sleep.
Yeah.
Actually, when do you go to bed?
Exactly.
So if you're up so early, what time do you go to bed?
So I go to bed at 9 p.m.
Okay.
So I get about 6 hours.
Okay. All right. That's pretty good.
Yep. I found that's my ideal time.
Okay.
I can get between 5 and 6 hours is good.
Yeah.
If I get 7 hours, I'm draggy.
Interesting.
I'm tired.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I
And by the
learned
way,
5 to 6 hours.
5 to 6 hours. Okay, that's good. That's the other thing. People need to realize, you've got to figure out what works for your body. Not everybody's the same. 6 hours for you is great. 6 hours might be, it's probably not enough for me. I need a good 12 to 13 hours or I'm a wreck. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, but if I get kind of, I wear my Fitbit to bed, so I track my sleep.
Yeah.
And so for me, it averages about 7 hours, anywhere between 7 to 7.5. That's when I kind of feel my at my best.
Yeah, exactly. We're all different.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, dude, this has been amazing, man. I feel like we could talk for hours. And you know what?
We could.
You promised me to come on my podcast, and you better not make me wait 2 months. I'm gonna.
No, I'll make it work
wait a
sooner.
month.
I'll make it work sooner.
All right, buddy. Well, listen, hey, it's been a pleasure, my man.
It has, but I have a question for you.
Sure.
So my slogan is "Your abilities are infinite." What does that mean to you?
Your abilities are infinite. You know what that means to me? And by the way, I like that you have the infinity sign under your name right there. Your abilities are infinite. I'll tell you what that means to me, and it's actually very appropriate with everything that I'm doing right now. What it means is just try whatever you want to do. Again, maybe you're not going to be good at everything. You're not going to be good at everything. I'm not good at everything. No. But you know what? At least I try, and at least I make an effort. So for me, when I think of a slogan, your abilities are infinite, I almost think of your ability to try something is infinite. And as long as you try, to me, that's winning, man. That's winning. You might not be good at it. You might not like it. You might not want to do it. But you know what? You can get up every day and try new things. And so, yeah, I like that. So that's kind of what it means to me.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like that response. That was really great. So, how can people find you and reach out if they need, anything that you do.
Yeah, anything that I do. First of all, if you want to, after they listen to your podcast every day, they can come over to my podcast. So Deep Shallow Dive on all the platforms, just like you, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeart, YouTube, all those places. You can also go to the website, deepshallowdive.com. You can listen directly there from the browser. If you're interested in taking some liquid vitamins, you can go to boost.com. It's spelled like the word juiced, but with a B. So B as in boy, UICED.com. And then other than that, you can find me, Ray Doustdar, or Deep Shallow Dive or Boost on all the social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, all those fun places. So anyway, man, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I hope your audience has enjoyed our chat.
Oh yeah, I know I did.
Absolutely, me too.
If you enjoyed this show, please go ahead and share it on your Instagram story and tag me in the Nick Yerhart. Also, go ahead and share it anywhere else that you see fit, because the only way that I can grow this is by you guys sharing it. I don't sell anything on here. I don't have any sponsors. So let's just get it out there by word of mouth and help more people. Alright, everyone. Remember, your abilities are infinite.